Morning kiddies, Rudy here from Mr. Pajero. I'm going to show you a DIY EGR delete today. Firstly, I need to tell you that any alteration to emissions, which is what the EGR is, amongst other things, is illegal in most states and probably illegal in most countries. So I'm in no way endorsing this, I'm simply showing you how to do it. Now, just a quick overview of what an EGR does. So EGR, exhaust gas recirculation. So from this point here, Michael, if you can show here, this is generation 4 Pajero. So your exhaust gases run through here, across the engine and into your upper manifold, which is here. Enters in past the EGR valve here, and sorry, that goes that way. So your throttle body's here, and then passes down through the manifold. You see on the front here, it's all nice and clean. This is where your oil vapors come in from the breather, which is just there. So you get oil vapors run through the turbo, in through the manifold. You can see oil vapors alone have no effect to build up. But once it gets past the EGR, you get build up. So the purpose of deleting the EGR is to prevent this carbon build-up. A lot of people will do an EGR and a catch can. You really only have to do one or the other. You don't need to do both. A catch can is 100% legal, will reduce the effects of carbon build-up. It won't eliminate it. EGR delete pretty much eliminates it, so you never ever have to clean the manifold again, but as I mentioned, it is illegal. So, here we've got the MAF sensor. What we're going to do is, I'll just cut that little bit of tape there, without cutting my finger, preferably. Get that out of the way. Probably should have cut this before we started, but nevertheless. And we're going to get this blue-black wire here, and we're going to fit a resistor to it. The resistor is a 4.7 k ohm 0.5 watt resistor. This is what you'll need in most climates to have the EGR not open at all. So basically you're tricking the temp that the ECU sees for the EGR and prevents it from opening. Alright, so I've just undone some of the tape here. Pull away some of the corrugated conduit. Simply going to cut this wire here. Disconnect the battery before you play with any wiring whatsoever. Is always good practice. So it's simply going to, the resistor doesn't have an orientation, so it can go this way or this way, doesn't matter. So I'll do this next bit off camera, but I'll solder this up, tape this up, then I will nicely tuck it back in so it looks 100% factory. So this is basically like a 5-cent resistor. It does the same thing as your Mungie cable, your SPV, EGR, plug and play. Maybe if your car's under warranty, you want to remove the resistor prior to taking it in for service, then you probably want to just pay the 150 bucks for a plug and play one. Out of warranty, possibly solder it in and set and forget sort of thing. So this is what a functioning EGR looks like without a delete cable. So we're sitting, it usually sits around about 70%, give or take. As soon as I accelerate, it'll close and opens up again, closes and opens up. And then I'll show you what it looks like with the resistor in. So this is just a live data we're looking at on the scan tool. Now the resistor is in, value is 0, so EGR motor is closed, and whether I accelerate or not, cruise, whatever, it just remains closed the whole time. Alrighty, so that's a DIY EGR delete. Like, subscribe, blah 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 blah, and yeah, we'll do another vid next week hopefully. Thanks.